the tempo, and we'll see who can get out and control the tempo of this ball game.
This is the 65th meeting all-time between Weber State and Utah State. The Aggies lead the overall series 38-26. However, Weber State won last year in Ogden 73-63. The last time the Aggies won was when the game was here 2 years ago in the Spectrum, 77-65. That was Brockheath Payne's debut. He had 23 points and led Utah State to victory. Weber State will start with it now, though. And it will be over the back, or over and back.
I was going to say, I wonder why the official didn't blow the whistle.
You looked at me and you said, hey, something's got to give here. Blow the whistle. You look at the series, 65th meeting, 38-26 Aggies.
I think a big one is right here. Utah State, 8 of the last 10 matchups. So we'll see how they respond tonight.
And a quick whistle on Richardson.
You know, one thing you're going to get from both these teams tonight is ball pressure on the point guard. You know, Coach Morrill, he likes to get out and attack defensively and really put on some ball pressure when they're in a man-to-man defense, and you're seeing that with Jordan Richardson right on Tanil Rowland. And Rowland's a little more inexperienced. We'll see how he handles it.
So a turnover and then a foul on Weber State. They've had 9 days off since they lost to San Jose State. Here is Jared Shaw, who's playing very well. Gives it up to Danny Berger, goes for the baseline, back outside to Shaw. Able to finish. Jared Shaw, the last 2 games, he's played very well, averaging a double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Last game against Texas A&M Corpus Christi had 17 points and 7 rebounds. Whistle and a foul inside.
Well, they're going to get a block. I think they're going to say it's going to go on Keyshawn Reed. So that's his first. And that's one thing for the Aggies to stay healthy down low on the low blocks. Can't afford to get into foul trouble. But not a bad first possession coming from Utah State. Tanil Rowland got in a little trouble. At least got it to Shaw. Rather than Sean jacked up and shot, he able to get the swing pass, move to the open spot, and Berger fed it right back to him.
So the numbers there on Frank Otis. He's been around. He's a senior out of Oakland, California. Weber State seems to be a pipeline for them. That's where Damian Lillard came from, and that's where Davion Berry also came from. But he's a SMU transfer that's dealt with injuries throughout his Weber State career, able to knock down both free throws, and we're tied at 2 here in the early goings of the first half.
See right now, you'll see Jordan Richardson is just shadowing all over Tanil Rowland. That's exactly what they saw in the scouting report. Let's see if we can harass the junior college transfer and take away the easy buckets.
A nice look inside as Berger able to finish from the pass by Preston Medlin.
You know, the famous dribble play. Coming right down baseline, a great pass coming from Medlin.
Berger averages about 6 points. Again, they'd like to get him off early. Tresnick inside, ties it up at 4.
Tresnick just got too low in the paint. Too easy for Tresnick. You keep an eye on the point guard matchup right now. They're trying to keep the ball out of Tanil Rowland's hands to force them into something out of sorts offensively, not allowing them to get set up.
There's Berger to Reed. Reed's been playing so well the last couple of games. Nice move, and he's able to finish. Keyshawn Reed with his first 2. Aggies up by 2.
Michael, I mentioned he's been so much more physical in that low block. You see how patient he was? Back the defender down and a simple ball fake. All those youth junior players, they need to take a strong note on a ball fake and what it does for you. Threw the defender straight in the air, and Keyshawn gets the easy 2.
Inside to Tresnick again. Over Shaw, can't finish. Ball loose, picked up by Medlin.
Not a bad move coming from Tresnick. You see, Weber State's really responded going in the paint.
One of 4 Wildcats that have actually played inside the Spectrum as Reed turned it over on the drive. They say he walked with it.
Medlin looks over at Vern Harris, the official, and says, hey, I was hit on the arm.
Tonight's officials, by the way, Vern Harris, John Lehigh, and Dwayne Allen. Vern Harris has officiated some big-time games before. Weber State looking to tie, perhaps take the lead. Here's Otis on a wild drive, tipped up. Berger able to control it for Utah State. Tanil Rowland. Shaw steps out. That one way off the mark. Reed hit it out. Weber State basketball.
Well, you can see Stu wanting look over across the court, and he's pushing. He's wanting to get the ball up the floor. get the ball up the floor and get into some early offense. The Shaw's got the range. We've seen him hit that elbow jumper. He'll step out, free throw line extended, and knock that down. That time, that was quite a bit off. See if he can settle down. This is a big rivalry game.
65th meeting all time. Here's Bamforth, who went bananas last year in Ogden. Brooks, he was 7 for 9 from three-point range. Had a career high against the Aggies. Actually contained Lillard somewhat as Reed turns it over. Otis steps in front of that pass. Here's Berry, goes all the way. And a chance at a three-point play for Davion Berry, the junior out of Oakland, California. Transfer from Cal State, Monterey Bay, a Division II All-American.
Yeah, you take a look at Davion Berry, he can get to the rim and he'll attack. And right there, back-to-back mistakes by Keyshawn. Picks up his second foul. He's forced to go to the bench. They're going to bring Ben Clifford in. But the feed, trying to get the ball into Shaw. Well, one-handed feed, was not in any position to feed the post.
Berry misses. Berger skies for the rebound. Well, he really got up there.
Berger's really improved in rebounding. I think he's turned out to be a pretty dang good rebounder for the Aggies.
Clifford's kind of got that range, too. He can step out and hit a three.
Yeah, I like to call him a post that stretches the defense. He can get out and make you guard him on the perimeter because he's got a soft touch.
And again, trying to feed the post area. Another Utah State turnover as Spencer Butterfield, the junior out of Loomis, California, checks in for Danny Berger.
See Berger just a little miscommunication, a little frustrated with himself. Threw that one away to Clifford. It's one weakness in Clifford's game is his strength and being able to post up in the low block. Once in a while he'll get it, does good things with it. He can shoot it, we know that. But once he learns how to become strong and effective on the low block, be a lot more effective at the post position.
Utah State with 3 turnovers. Here's Bamforth. That was a long two. The foot was on the line. 6'2", 190 senior, can play guard and forward out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Mention it, 7 of 9 from downtown a year ago against Utah State. Career high 28 points.
You know, he's your blue collar guy. You know, Randy Ray's going to say nobody works harder in the gym than him.
Resnick with the block, but Clifford got it back inside to Shaw, who throws it down.
Great hustle by Ben Clifford. Just get those active hands, loose balls, loose ball points. We'll keep track of that for the Aggies. I think that'll be important to see who wins this ball game. Who goes after those loose balls with the active hands. Keep it alive for Shaw.
Bamforth again off the mark. Rowland with the rebound. Pushing tempo. Gives it up to Medlin. Contact by Bamforth. And they're going to call Scott on the foul on the Medlin drive. 15:02 remaining. It's been a good one so far. 8-8. Clifford with the steal and the feed to Shaw and the dunk. Back after this from the Spectrum. And the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum. 15:02 remaining. 8-8 between Weber State and Utah State. The team comparison here, okay, 50 years for Weber State. That's at the Division I level, 108 for Utah State. Look at the records, pretty good. Over, Utah State a chance to get 1,500 wins this season, NCAA tournaments, and of course, conference titles.
Well, you look at conference titles, Weber State with 20, Utah State 16.
I mean, 2 very successful programs here inside the state of Utah. Clifford, the jump ball goes by Ben Clifford. Good beginning here for Ben.
Boy, that time he established low block position in the post. He kind of didn't want to shoot it. You could tell he was hesitant. But once the lane opened up, nice little jump hook. He's got great touch on the ball.
Start for years at Bingham High School with Mark Dubois. A whistle and a foul called against Clifford.
Well, there's the strength I'm talking about. His hands are full right now with James Hyatt, the 6'10", 250-pound sophomore that checked in. Boy, he backed him right down.
Ray likes him, plays really hard. Scores around the basket, tough kid. Plays a ton of minutes, misses though the first one. He was hurt on and off again last season. He's played a couple of games, but they really like his upside.
Big body, you can tell he demands the ball in the post. Right there, he wanted to go at Ben Clifford, and he felt like he had a mismatch. Backed him down the lane. He's averaging 6 points and 5 rebounds a game.
Way off on those 2 free throws by Hyatt. Roland.
That's where Utah State can take advantage of the post because they've got their young post players in. You know, Hayek is sophomore, and Ballenboy, 21, that's on Clifford right now, is just a true freshman.
Oh, and they really like him. Knocked away. And then saved into the herd. Making light of that. Good hustle by Hayek, but it remains with Utah State. That's about Joel Ballenboy. They like him, the true freshman. They're asking him to do a lot. And Coach Ray says that is very unfair, but no, so far he's handled it. Here's Medlin to shot. Pass a little bit low. Shaw had to go down and get it. Utah State turning it over.
Seemed like the lane opened up for Medlin, and last minute he tried to get into Shaw. You mentioned a low pass. Got to be crisp on those passes.
Medlin comes up with a rebound. Curry was off on that last drive. Battle in the post. Dwayne Allen's going to call a foul here against Weber State.
Well, I think offensively you can be effective if you get the ball to the post within the first 5 seconds when you cross the timeline. And I like Preston's idea right there. Get the ball immediately to Shaw. And Shaw sprinted the length of the floor and tried to establish post position. Wanted the ball and forced Ballenboy to come through him and pick up that personal foul. I like the idea. Stone
checking in, averaging 9 minutes, 3 points, 4 rebounds, and a block shot. 270-pound sophomore, 6'10". Like his physical players, Roland on a drive. Rebound by Berry. Pushes it to Wilwright.
The length of Hayek altered that shot of Roland. Tried to get the floater, just way high on the glass.
There's Ballenboy going at Stone and gets the finish.
Boy, up with the left hand. Jordan Stone trying to body with him, play defense with his body rather than his feet and hands. Ballenboy, see that athleticism. How do you like this young freshman? Great post moves.
Out of Fort Worth, Texas. Medlin looking for help. There's Roland fires from downtown. Clifford got a piece of it. Here's Wilwright again. He's pushing, goes all the way, left it short. Clifford with the rebound. Butterfield for 3. In and out. Wilwright again to Berry. Berry, a beautiful move. And the finger roll. Weber State now leading by 2.
When Randy Ray talks about Berry as a complete player, that's what you get right there. His ability to step by the defender in transition, tremendous. That was just a great job.
Trying to feed Stone on a pick and roll. The pass goes out of bounds. Marcel Davis now will check in for Roland. And Bamforth comes in for Berry.
It's a little pick and roll play for Stone. And Stone, instead of rolling to the hoop on an angle, he took a wrong angle. Left-handed kind of veers to that left side of the hoop. Otherwise, that ball's right there, and it's a wide open lane for an easy 2.
5 Utah State turnovers in this first half as we approach 12 minutes. Royce Williams gives it up. Jaylon. Here is Williams. Able to knock down the 3, and it's a 5-point Wildcat advantage.
They're able to run their offensive sets. That ball went around the perimeter. They got a screen for Williams, and Williams knocked down the wide open look. The Aggies haven't had an open shot for the last couple possessions. A lot of dribbling.
Here's Medlin. Nice job, Preston Medlin. Utah State really needed a bucket, and he provided one.
There you go down to Preston. Nice little ball fake, the little leap and lean there. Preston Medlin's ability to get in the lane is always so surprising to me. Such a good athlete. He continues to get in the lane. So hard to guard.
Bamforth. In and out. Stone with the rebound. Roland pushing tempo. Inside to Clifford. Goes at the freshman. Beautiful move. And finished by Ben Clifford.
Michael, we've seen 2 great post plays in the first half of this ball game. One from Keyshawn Reed, now from Ben Clifford, where they use a ball fake. That ball fake throws the defender in the air. They're wanting to go block shots, take advantage of the young fellas.
Looking inside, knocked away by Davis. 10:44 remaining to be played in this first half. The Wildcats leading by 1, 15-14. We'll return to the Spectrum in a moment. 2:54 left. Weber State leading Utah State by a score of 15-14. Second time Utah State has played a member of the Big Sky Conference. The last 13 seasons, Utah State's winning percentage, 4th in the last 13 years. That's good stuff.
They're the likes with Duke, Kansas, Gonzaga. Yeah, they've won a lot of games. You know, last year it took them a while to get to that 20-win season. We'll see what they do this year. Still a lot of learning to do.
Williams, bodies all over the floor is Bamforth. And Clifford's going to be called for his second. Remember, he took the place of Reed, who picked up a quick 2.
Boy, that's one of those fouls you wonder who to charge it to. Because it seemed like there's just a lot of congestion right there around the free throw line and the key. Clifford, solid minutes. You know, the last couple games, seems like he's played a little timid. I think he's come out with some urgency, playing tough.
And this will be called, I think, against Royce.
Yeah, they got Williams holding Keyshawn Reed, trying to set a screen to open up Davion Berry, I believe.
Royce Williams, 6'5", 195 sophomore out of Los Angeles, California. Aggies with a chance to take the lead as Marcel Davis brings it up. True freshman from American Fork. There's Medlin. Davis able to penetrate. Was deflected, the ball out of bounds. It'll be Weber State basketball. The Herd doesn't like that call.
They're right there in that offensive set. It seems like the Aggies against St. Mary's and Texas A&M Corpus Christi, when they had problems scoring the basketball, they just were never in any type of offensive flow, and that's what you're seeing right now. A lot of dribbling and a lot of confusion on what to get set in and what offensive set to run.
Otis gives it up to Bamforth. Richardson. Here's Williams. Inside back to Otis. Oh, nice dish inside. Leaving it short, though, was Tresnick. Everything but the shot went. Here's Medlin. And the Aggies with a chance here. What a drive, but left it short. Did Medlin. And he's still down. Now he gets up. Here's Williams. Knocked away by Davis. Williams again from the outside. And the Bluebirds are out here in Logan. They thought Medlin was fouled on that previous play.
This dude just put his hands up, looked at the officials. I don't know what he saw. See if we can get another look. But Preston Medlin, great job. Watch right here. The hesitation comes in, a little reverse layup. And coming down on Otis.
He got raked over the eyes. So Medlin just looking at Vern Harris, a veteran official, one of the better officials out there. Officiated a Final Four. KMYU is the television home for the Utah State Aggies. Our next telecast will be Saturday, December 15th, when Utah State travels to Utah Valley to take on the Wolverines. Our coverage begins at 7 p.m. Watch the Utah State Aggies on KMYU, My Utah TV. It was good to reconnect with Dick Hunsaker of Utah Valley. Excited to bring you that road telecast. Coach Ray looking on. They will play Utah Valley.
The officials, I think they're going over to the monitor right now to take a look to see if his foot was on the line. I believe it was Williams that knocked down that three-pointer. I think he was behind the line. And I think the call stand is a 3. But Weber State 2 for 3 from downtown. They're getting shots. They're getting open looks. Utah State's only attempted 1 3-pointer. So they're taking another look. So they gave him 2 points here in the fifth here.
Aggie basketball trailing by 3. As we approach 9 minutes in this first half. This in-state matchup. Marvin Jean checking in for the first time. Boy, Otis and Reed really going at each other.
Reed's got 2 fouls, and you got to believe they're probably going to try and attack him. He's got to be careful offensively when he establishes position. But boy, I like the way he's playing with some aggression, wanting the ball. They had him for the lob a couple times, and Otis is not an easy guy to go up against. This is a senior for Weber State that's big, strong, and likes to bang down low.
His name is Frank Otis, but they call him Luke. As Davis unable to hit, Reed with the rebound. You see that athleticism and the vertical ability. Able to draw the foul on the rebound.
Boy, take a look at these guys down in the low block. I mean, it's just an absolute battle between Reed and Otis. I mean, you look at what Keyshawn's doing, just fighting, battling, jumps up and gets a big rebound, drawing the foul on Otis. It's a physical game out there, and that's where the way both coaches would probably like it, is there's guys getting out guarding people and playing physically.
There's so many similarities with Utah State and Weber State. Of course, Coach Ray being an assistant for 13 years as Medlin hits on his first jumper of the evening.
Well, I like the on-ball screen coming from Jared Shaw. Jared Shaw sets a great screen, then rolls to the hoop. He was there for a brief moment, but not a bad jumper coming from Preston at the elbow.
Oh, that one, look out. Row 2.
It starts with what the Aggies call their monster D. They double the post. And as soon as Tresnick got that ball in the low block, did you see Keyshawn sprint across the key from his other position and double that post and really put pressure on him, and it kind of frustrates post players.
Gene needs to find a guard here quickly. Here's Davis. Davis on the drive. Davis with the finish.
Great take by the freshman. That might boost his confidence. You see Jordan Richardson's really guarding him tough, and he beat him over the top. Sometimes when you try to play or be too aggressive, you'll get beat over the top.
Bamforth for 3. Off the mark. Otis with an offensive rebound. Good feed to Richardson. He can't hit. Shot with the rebound. Utah State rebounding has not been an issue in this young season. Plus 14 already. Medlin turns it over to Richardson. Davis chasing. Richardson able to finish. So Jordan Richardson, the junior out of Louisville, Texas, has given Weber State a 1-point advantage.
Preston got up in the air on that last offensive possession and really didn't have anyone go with the ball. Last time he did that, he just got raked across the face. And what if that anything to do? Here's more on-ball screens.
Gets in the lane again, leaves it for Shaw, and Shaw gives the lead back to Utah State.
Preston's taking this team on his back right now. You see the leadership coming from the junior. And it's starting with ball penetration. He's getting in the lane and forcing defenders to collapse on him, and it's opening up other shots.
There's Bamforth. Barry gets it inside. Otis, that's a pretty move.
And Keyshawn's trying to be careful with those 2 fouls, not being as aggressive. Just kind of played straight up defense and didn't go after. Usually he's a lot more aggressive trying to block those shots. But credit Otis. How about the big body finishing with the left hand?
They call him Luke, and Coach Ray has no idea why. That's what the team calls him.
Well, one thing that Coach Ray's done here at Weber State is we know what he did with Damian Lillard and what an impact he's had with the Portland Trailblazers in the NBA, but he's got great post players. He's recruited some outstanding post players, and one we haven't seen yet is Byron Fulton, that played a lot as a freshman, and we might see him later tonight. He's battling a knee injury, but Tresnick's been around for a long time. Otis has been around, and then what he's got with Hayek and Ballamore.
5:55 remaining in the first half. Back and forth we go. Weber State leading, 5:55 left. How about our Larry H. Miller drive up the game?
Boy, none other than Marcel Davis. What a great job coming in and getting some solid minutes. That's one thing that Utah State's been in question all year coming into this season and into this game is point guard play. They've got 2 young point guards trying to develop them into the system, and you can tell that that's kind of the scouting report that Weber State's taken here, is they're putting a lot of pressure with Jordan Richardson on the ball and seeing if they can rough up these point guards and see how they can handle it. Now, last year, their point guard with Brocky Payne was so physical, a lot of teams shied away from that because they would get beat.
Davis so far in 6 minutes, 2 points and an assist.
So Weber State's dropped back into their zone.
Shot clock down to 2. Reed puts it in. What a baseline move by Keyshawn Reed.
The short corner's open when you go to that zone. If you can work the ball, move the ball with a pass, things open up. And you see Keyshawn get the short corner. Nobody closes out baseline.
Murray off the mark. Offensive rebound again by Weber State. Richardson tracks it down. It's a good matchup with Butterfield. Will Wright. They call Marcel Davis with the foul.
Well, you take a look at Keyshawn Reed, Michael. I'm saying that short corner's open. Get the ball down to the low block, and Keyshawn takes one power dribble under the hoop. I don't know how he got that as a dunk. Wow.
Third dunk of the season for Keyshawn Reed to lead the team in that statistic. Last year he had 40. Not only did he lead Utah State, he led the WAC in dunks. So very explosive around the rim, playing with 2 fouls. Swing it to Richardson, who's open in the corner and makes another 3. Weber State's with the lead.
Well, that started with Frank Otis. And you look at Frank Otis driving the lane, using that big, strong body, getting in on Keyshawn Reed. Drew the defenders to collapse and kick out to Jordan Richardson for that 3.
Rowland checks in for Marcel Davis. Good minutes off the bench by Davis for Coach Stu.
Yeah, if you're Marcel, you have nothing to hang your head out on that performance there. I thought he gave some solid minutes.
Reed, nice look inside to Butterfield. It was bothered, still loose, and that goes out of bounds. They'll stay with Utah State.
You know, Shaw was there for the tip, and Butterfield, another ball fake.
Hyatt came over and kind of bothered that shot at Butterfield.
Even after the ball fake, you see Hyatt, the 6'10" frame, uses that big body for that. Big, strong kid.
Four and a half to play. It's been a well-played first half. Both teams. Berger checking back in. Here's Butterfield. Reed wants it inside. Here's the terrific matchup back outside. Gonna repost him.
Just a little 2-man game.
Left it short. Ball goes out of bounds. Again, staying with Utah State.
You know, Keyshawn Reed's left-handed. He wants the ball on the left side of the hoop. And that play was a set play to try to get the ball into Shaw. Wasn't there. They kicked it cross court.
Whoa.
And then went into Reed. And great spin move. Just couldn't finish. And officials, they're going to change the call. Give the ball back to Weber State.
Dwayne Allen reversed the call there. Coach Morrill not happy with that. Here's Wheelwright in trouble. Gets it to Richardson. Hit a 3 moments ago to put Weber State up by 2. Inside 4 minutes. Otis, a series of moves. Goes over Shaw. Nice box out by Reed, and he's able to draw the foul. It's a nice positioning by Keyshawn.
Well, great job by Keyshawn. I thought even better defense by Shaw. Shaw held his ground.
Didn't commit a foul in that situation. 3:47 left. Weber State by 2. 47 left in the first half. Want to go to an Aggie basketball games but are unable to attend every game? Check out Too Many Ticket Plan Options, the WAC Weekend Package for $45 or the Gosner Tournament Package for $40. For more information, visit UtahStateAggies.com or call 1-888-U-STATE-1. Very affordable deals to come and watch the Aggies play. Pretty good entertainment as Keyshawn Reed now is at the foul line.
You know, this was Utah State's Achilles heel against St. Mary's, is making their free throws. I think especially down the stretch. They had several opportunities to knock them down and just didn't. So see how they respond. They've yet to attempt one here in the game.
This is the front end of a 1-and-1, does Reed. He pushes it to Richardson.
And that's what it was against St. Mary's, is the front ends of 1-and-1s.
Those were absolute killers.
You know, you miss that front end, you're taking 2 points off the board.
It's almost like a turnover. Rowland comes up with a rebound. Shaw again shows some range and swishes it just inside the 3-point line.
Boy, he can be so dangerous when he's on. That's a beautiful looking jump shot. Come from about 17 feet out, Michael. That's tough. Stretch the game. It's hard to guard a guy shooting with 6'11" that far out.
Richardson with a crossover over Medlin, in and out. Shaw with another rebound. Utah State a chance to take the lead on this trip. Here is Shaw.
So Shaw wants the ball. Nice little face-up game.
Tough shot, and he scores! Jared Shaw playing very well has given Utah State a 2-point advantage.
Just a great post move. A little two-man game, taking it at the sophomore Hyatt. Hyatt's a big, strong body. They go about the same height. Hyatt's got a little weight on him.
Davion Berry with the drive. Boy, tied at 26.
So quick to the hoop, and Keyshawn Reed with those 2 fouls didn't close out quick enough. He just beat the defender right to the hole.
Cousin of Damian Lillard, selected 6th overall by the Portland Trailblazers. Coach Morrill is going to call a timeout.
Shaw's holding his left ankle. Hurting his left ankle's hurting. I don't know if he fell down on that last play.
He kind of stumbled after he made it. Utah State against the Big Sky, 193-99 all time. But look what Coach Morrill has done since he's been the head coach at Utah State. 24-7, and he's 11-5 against Weber State as the head coach of the Aggies.
They're doing a fantastic job against the Big Sky. Excuse me. Coach Morrill coached in the Big Sky.
And he did
when he was at Montana. So he's had a lot of opportunities to coach against Big Sky opponents. But here you get a look at Jared Shaw on the bench. It looks like it's his left ankle. He was holding his left ankle, and they might be taping that left ankle right now.
.208 remaining. Tied up at 26. Utah State to inbound. It's going to be Clifford. Butterfield open look at a 3. Richardson with another rebound. Weber State now with a chance to take the lead.
Utah State yet to connect on a 3-point attempt. I believe they're 0 for 3 on the night.
But Hayek with a nice little jump hook.
Boy, with the left hand there on the left side of the hoop, right over that right shoulder. Great looking post move coming from the sophomore on Jordan Stone.
Rollins in trouble, gets it out to Medlin. Preston able to draw the foul on the drive.
So Preston's got to go knock down these free throws, and that's one thing that the ball screen does. You know, the on-ball screen with the big fella. You got Stone coming up setting that on-ball screen. It's confusing you defensively, and you get mismatches like Hayek coming over and trying to guard Preston Medlin. And he's either going to foul him or Medlin's going to blow by him and get an easy 2.
Good sign for Utah State. Jared Shaw checks back in. Had his sneaker off. Apparently he's going to be okay with 1:17 left in this first half. Medlin at the line with 4 points. So important to hit the front end of these 1-and-1s. Yeah, we talked about it. That was really a downfall against St. Mary's in a close game midway through that second half.
Utah State not shooting a bad percentage in this ball game. They just can't make free throws. Now 1 for 3.
Knocked away. Medlin picks it up. He has it knocked away by Will Wright. It'll be Utah State ball with 1:07 remaining. Coach Ray reacting.
You know, wanting his fellas to take care of the ball, see if they can generate any type of offense out of this half-court set.
Weber State now with 4 turnovers. Approaching 1 minute. Rowland, tough shot. Draws the foul against Wheelwright. And Tennille will head to the line for 2 shots.
I like his aggressiveness on that play. A little spin move, got into the paint. Look here, right there, a little spin move on Jalen Wheelwright. Nowhere to go, kind of avoided the block shot. A little adjustment in the air, able to try and slip one up over the rim.
misses on the first. Otis will check in. Williams goes out for Coach Ray.
I have a strong feeling that Coach Morrill's going to have these guys in the gym tomorrow shooting free throws. Seems like the last couple games it's just been their Achilles heel is trying to make free throws.
Makes the second and tied up at 28. Just under a minute to play in the first half. Very competitive.
Utah stayed in their zone defensively. So you really got to guard the perimeter, not allow the ball to get too deep in the high post.
Curry double clutches on the shot. Medlin with the rebound.
I think that's the shot you want. Force them to shoot a little double clutch shot in the zone. Good defensive stand.
Aggies with a chance to take the lead as we near the end of the first half. At a 1 second differential between the game and shot clock. There's Clifford, rises and fires. Bamforth with the rebound. Down to 6 seconds. Weber State can play for the final shot. And perhaps the lead. Berry deep three at the buzzer. So tied at 28 apiece. And this back and forth in-state battle. Weber State 28, Utah State 28. When we come back, we'll have Coach Gary Anderson. Stay tuned. We'll return to the Spectrum after this.